Well, look, Greg knows how hard it is to get a win. And when you look at that division, are the Jets frisky all of a sudden? Maybe. Obviously, Miami's there. You're happy with a win. But coming off the loss in London to Jacksonville, and you would think they were going to come out and have a great performance, especially against a second-string quarterback in a bad team, and they didn't do that. So, obviously, you got some concerns.
But were they jet-lagged, Brew? Were they tired?
No, they were fine this week. They were jet-lagged against Jacksonville.
I didn't know if it carried over.
Which is the only reason they lost that game.
Sorry about that.
But anyway, their problem, I hate to give Nick a little plug on this.
Here we go. I was wondering.
But you don't know what you're getting from Josh.
Okay. That's his take.
You just don't.
Well,
no,
his
but
take,
it's
man.
the truth. And the problem is this. The problem is defense. I'm not going to kill their defense because he did hold them to 9 points. But the Giants have more passing yards, more rushing yards, longer time of possession, fewer turnovers. And this is a team that's the lowest scoring team in the league with top 10 quarterback Daniel Jones playing for. And without him, when the backup Tyrod Taylor is, that should not be the case, but that's because Josh is up and down. I'm going to give him a little pub.
Right across the table. I didn't even do anything.
You're right. And it's good to see you again, Greg. It's been a week. You're just taking shots. Go ahead, man.
Yes,
I'm glad I'm over here.
They should be happy with the win. You're always happy with the win, but in the way and the fashion in which they went about it yesterday, who are they? Like, defensively losing Matt Milano, obviously, last week, that's going to hurt them moving forward desperately. But it's, again, we got to do it. It is Josh Allen.
I'm right.
It is Josh Allen. I know he does the whole roller coaster thing.
Yeah.
And I was looking into this. I'm like, it just hit me. If we showed every quarterback.
No, we've done this.
Yeah, if we showed every quarterback, it would be some type of a roller coaster.
Yeah, but not the same.
I understand.
This is like
I understand. I'm just
triple
saying.
black diamond roller coaster.
Yesterday, I think what stood out to me, even once they got it going a little bit in the fourth quarter, like even the way they ended their last drive. You have an opportunity to not even allow Tyrod Taylor in that Giants offense to get the ball, and you're off the mark with the throw. Could your tight end have caught it? Yes. But could you have been a lot better with the throw? Yes.
Of course.
So they live and die by Josh Allen.
All right. Okay. I'll tell you what I'm happy with. What? I'm happy that this game didn't involve the Chiefs. Because that way we don't have to spend the first 20 minutes of the show being like, these officials, these damn refs, when is the fix not going to be in? Guys, guess what? Every single close nationally televised game, you can find a call to whine about. Give me a break. Right. You know what the Bills understand correctly?
Yes.
You're not going to get called for consecutive pass interference penalties. That's just how it works. Like once they call it the first time, you're going to have to mug them the second time. The Bills did not deserve to win, but neither did the Giants. And so they both left in the refs' hands. I want to say one thing about the Bills, then about the Giants, if I may. Josh Allen, for the second straight week, the Bills had 7 points with 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be a great offense, scary, the MVP-level quarterback there. Where's the banner? The September champs, 7 points with 5 minutes left in the game. Then Josh made a spectacular play. That was also a bad play. And this is why they are hard team to trust. You are down 2. It is second down. You are playing Tyrod Taylor and the New York Giants. There are 4 minutes left. That Josh Allen touchdown was, and listen, I don't know that even Mahomes can make that throw. I don't know that he can. It was the throw, but I do know this. You shouldn't try to make that throw on 2nd and 6.
Felt like it might go the other way.
Two. Right, like Brew.
But that's you know. Last year I said he's like this generation.
No, Brett Favre is right. Brett Favre without the championship, Super Bowl appearances, or MVPs. Totally agree. And so that was like, and I said it's like a Rorschach test for how you view him, because you might be like, that's why he is so great, and you might be like, that's why it's frustrating.
Can I say this quickly though? And we talked about all you're watching with them is Josh Allen. What does he do through the rest of the year? Because, and this might console Bills fans. Last year they started 6-1, beat the Chiefs, finished with 7 straight victories, and then looked terrible in the playoffs even when they won the one game. So even if they were playing great, you couldn't necessarily be like, oh, here we go, in the playoffs. So even if they're playing poorly but they're winning, you never know what they're going to do in the playoffs. You just hope they show up.
Can I ask Greg one thing about the Giants? If I may, just real quick. How do you feel about what Daboll did to Tyrod Taylor at the end of the first half?
I didn't like it.
In sports, I just want to set it up for the audience. Listen, Tyrod checked to a run. He shouldn't have. They got no points. I hear all the time in sports about how you're not supposed to show up your teammate. Certainly not supposed to show up a coach. And what Brian Daboll, in my opinion, is doing right there very effectively is making it clear to everyone, it's not my mistake.
100%
I didn't do it. Not my. And I think for a head coach, that's a bad look. And you're throwing your backup quarterback under the bus.
Well, remember a week ago.
Exactly. This is the second time that this has been not my fault, and the play has come in, and there was some level of miscommunication with the quarterback. First, it was Daniel Jones. Yeah. Daniel Jones, he owns it. Tyrod Taylor, he's going to own it too. And they both in those situations should know better. But if a player did that.
That's what I'm saying.
If a player did that, let's just call it what. If Aaron Rodgers did that, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
If Brian Daboll called a run with 7 seconds left and Tyrod was lighting Brian Daboll up, I'd be like, yeah, right.
Wildes. Do you know how many times Brew hears you say something that he thinks is the equivalent of that run play? He doesn't look into the camera and start throwing things and yelling.
And then that's why I keep doing it.
Speaking of that, let's talk about your
Sometimes I need a little tough love. I mean, what are we in an escape room? We can't figure out what's going on. Buddy, you're throwing the ball to the wrong team over and over and over again. It's not the little things where it's not like nibbling around the edges of a win. You're throwing the ball to the wrong team, and you do it every week. Yeah. What are you doing? I'm like Mac Jones's lawyer, public defender, because no one else wanted the job, so they assigned it to me. And I'm like, hey, man, I'm going to put out the best defense possible. Just stop shoplifting. Then he comes in with a new shirt. I'm like, where'd you get that? He's like, I went to TJ Maxx. I'm like, dude, tell me you paid for that.
Wildes.
What's he doing?
Wildes. Here's the problem. To follow your analogy, which is a great one. Those public defenders get assigned, and if they reject it, they can lose their law license. You, at any point, can get. Brew and I held an intervention. Every single thing Chris Broussard and I said to you about the Patriots for the year is true. They're boring. They have zero.
I don't think they're
zero offensive players.
Actually exciting.
That if the team was disbanded, there wouldn't be a single player on the Patriots offense another team claimed off.
Ramondre. Ramondre's great.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe Ramondre.
Did you see Zeke's
No, it's true. It's true. They got no one that anybody in the league would want, and Mac is a backup. Mac will probably be Jimmy Garoppolo's backup in Las Vegas next year.
We got beaten by a backup.
Yeah, I know. So are you ready to just be done with? You said if they had a top 10 pick, right now. Top 10 is locked in. It's probably going to be a top 4 pick.
Easily.
What do you want?
You done with him?
What?
Well, last year the Lions started 1-6.
Oh, God.
I'm just saying they did. Greg, they started 1-6.
They have good players.
What does that mean?
You don't have good players.
What's that got to do with the Patriots?
Hey, wow.
So they about to go on a run and 8 of their
Lions
next
started
10?
1-6. Now they're in first place all of a sudden.
Who are the next 2 games against?
Well, Miami, who we usually split with, and we already lost one, and the Bills.
Okay, and
did the Bills look impressive? Roller coaster. I just heard.
I mean, it doesn't matter. The Patriots are the Patriots. They're going to do what they do right now.
I don't know.
You do. Why?
So you're not ready to jump off?
Just don't throw. Mac Jones has never lost a game when he hasn't thrown an interception.
90 seconds ago, you compared him to a kleptomaniac. Now you've got him winning 8 of 10.
He just stopped throwing interceptions, man. That's all I'm asking.
You think you're the only one telling him that? You don't think in the building they're telling him that?
They need to tell him a little bit more aggressively.
Look at this bottom line. Look at this.
Ooh. Apologies coming up and a new episode of Weird and Wonderful.
Yes, you do.
I like this 2:30 time slot.
You feel like the.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.